Hey you guys, it's your girl Djena. Welcome back to another video. Sis, today I'm here to ask you to subscribe to my channel because what you thought I was going to give you the whole video without asking you to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to the channel, okay? Like and share. This video, as you can tell by the title, is how to apply seamless makeup base for middle-aged women. And I think I'm middle-aged because I'm 36 years old. And I think I'm in the middle-aged category. Let me just confirm. What age is middle-aged?
According to Wikipedia, middle age is the period of age beyond young adulthood but before the onset of old age.
According to telegraph.co.uk, middle age starts at 35 and ends at 58. And your girl is 36, so your girl is technically middle-aged. And sis, I've noticed some changes in my skin over the years, and this is why I wanted to do this makeup, because I have cousins, sisters, friends who ask me, how do you manage to get your makeup to just look so nice and fresh and youthful? And I wanted to do this makeup video for you guys just so you get the gist on how to apply your makeup for like a really nice finish. Step by step, I try to be as descriptive as possible, and I try to touch on things that I find really important when considering the makeup application process. So there's so much to take away from this video. So if that is something you are interested in, please keep watching. On to skincare. I just finished taking my shower. I washed my hair, hence this t-shirt. I'm gonna tie it up in a second, but I wanted to do my face care and then I can touch my hair and I don't have to worry about washing my hands because I like to have my hands nice and fresh when I'm about to touch. Let me just put some context in. If you don't know, my name is Djena and I'm blind. Well, I'm not blind, but I can't, like right now when I take my glasses off, I can just about see shadows. Help me out here. Is that in? We're in. Thank you. You guys are amazing assistants. Thanks for everything. Hey, welcome to the party. Okay, so first things first, I cleansed my face in the shower. In other words, I washed, soaped, whatever you use to soap your face to wash all the dirt, all that nastiness, the gunk. I did that in the shower. Now what I'm going to do, how's the lighting for you guys? Let me just test if I was to put some lighting, how will it be? I think I'm gonna do lighting, a little bit of lighting, just to make it like extra. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to tone my skin. Now you're probably thinking, oh, you're doing too much. Sis, let me tell you something. When you get to our age group, it's not doing too much. You need to take care of your skin. And for you to have a flawless base for your foundation, your skin needs to be on point. You can't be doing makeup with no crusty face expecting wonderful results. That's not gonna work for you. That used to be me back in the day, and it took me a long time to learn that I can't skip steps. My toner's almost finished because I use this every day. I'm using this. Use whatever toner works for you. So I'm just putting that in a cotton bud. A little bit of that, and I'm going to tone, and I'm going to be extra sensitive around my eyes. I don't want to tug at my skin. I just want to softly cleanse out my skin. Okay, there we go. Now if you ask me what the full benefits of toning are, girl, I look like an esthetician to you. I look like a beautician to you. I look like a skin therapist to you. I can't tell you, but all I know is I notice the difference if I do not tone my face regularly. It helps clean out my face. Like, it's that extra clean, because even with the toner, I see there's still some things left on my skin. So it helps me clean out my skin a little bit more. And I feel like it helps neutralize the colors on my skin. I don't know if that could be me. I could just be making it up, but I swear that's how it makes me feel. It makes me feel like a brand new woman. Okay, I've toned. I'm gonna let that dry, you know, like go into the skin. Next, we are going to apply serums. Now, I apply serums first because a good friend of mine who's actually a skin therapist, this is what she told me to do. You always put the lighter things first and then you put the heavier things. So you put serums and oils first and then you put creams and then SPFs. So I'm just going to use the hyaluronic serum, even though my cream already has hyaluronic, but girl, let me tell you something, my skin My skin is asking for everything it could get right now. So literally, since I'm cheap, don't judge me. I put one nice rich drop of that. I'm not one of these kids that you see on Instagram pouring liquid all over their face. No, 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 no. And then I put that on my skin. Also because I don't want to like overwhelm my skin with too much product. Never forget your neck. We're at that age that we cannot be playing around with the skin in our neck. The skin in our neck is very sensitive and you need to treat it just like the skin in your face. And I try to do most of my stuff, like most of the touching of my face with the tip of my fingers because they're softer than the palm of your hands. I mean, I could go like this, but I just feel like it tugs too much on my skin. I mean, this could just be me being extra, but I'm telling you, I feel like it does something for me here, like, okay? Now, I usually use vitamin C, but I ran out of my vitamin C. So I'm using this Murad, what is this? Murad Rapid Age Spot Correcting Serum. And it looks like a cream to me, but they call it a serum, so hey. And I'm just gonna a little bit of that there. I'm just softly putting that over my eyes. Maybe you should avoid your eyes because eye areas can be so sensitive, but that's just how I apply my stuff. Never forgetting my neck because the neck is disrespectful. She is ungrateful. She will just start wrinkling up on you. All of a sudden, you just wake up one day and your neck is wrinkling up on you. She rude. Then you moisturize. So I'm just gonna use like a little bit of that. I'm not gonna do too much because I don't wanna be clogging up my pores. I forgot to press my serum in. So like that's something you can do with your serum as well. Instead of like massaging it like I did, you can press it into your skin with your hands softly. Okay, try not to tug at your skin. And now I'm going to finish off with a little SPF because even though this is something that took me so long to learn, like only maybe the past 4 years have I learned the importance of SPF, and ever since I've never looked back. And I used to think, oh, if I live in England and it's not sunny, what's the point? Girl, the rays are out there. Now, our skin is good to go. One last thing I'm going to do is put some Vaseline or whatever lip product you have because I know this seems minuscule, but when you're getting ready to apply lipstick on, especially if you want to do like a matte lipstick, you want to have your lips hydrated and plump. Because if they're dry, the lipstick is just going to look crusty and dry, and you're just going to look like you've been going through some things. And you want that like I'm a superstar kind of finish. I'm every woman, it's all in me. I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera and I'll come back. I'm the kind of person that does my brows before my foundation, and that's just how I function. And if you're not, if you have like amazing brows and all you need to do is just fill in here or there, then you can definitely do that after you've applied your foundation. It's just that I have no brows, so I need to, girl, let me come back. Okay, girl, so I'm back with my eyebrows halfway done because I'm gonna finalize everything when I put my foundation. So for foundation, I don't know if you were with me vlog number 4 where mama had a weekend off. If you haven't already watched it, go ahead and watch it. In that vlog, I mentioned that I went to Selfridges and I did a little shopping. And one of the things that I purchased in Selfridges was a NARS, which I'm finally getting to open with you guys because I didn't want to open it without you. Like, what's the point, right? We only buy stuff so we can stunt on YouTube. Oh, the girl tried it there and it was like my complexion, like through and through. Now this looks a little pale to me, but it fit me. You know, like when you try makeup in the store, it's all perfect and then you walk outside and you look like a potato. I don't know, I hope that's not the case here, but I'm going to apply it with a sponge. Okay, our thoughts on this. I wish it had a pump. There's nothing in here. There's no pump. This is just how it comes. So, okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna apply a little bit to the back of my hand. I wish it had a pump because with a pump, you're able to control how many pumps you need. I need 3 pumps for more coverage. I need 1.5 pumps for sheer glow. But we just gonna have to see what we can do. I'm just gonna put that everywhere. Clean off my finger because. And I'm gonna take the sponge that we cleaned together. Sis, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. It is so light as well. It is such a light foundation. This is wonderful. I should remove this t-shirt from my head, shouldn't I? This is gonna be a bit pale for me if I mess around and get a tan. Oh, but you know what it is? For the past 2 weeks, we've had sun in England. So I got a little bit of a tan as well. So it looks a bit ghosty to me right now. Moving swiftly along. Now we're applying our concealer. If you have a darker under, like extremely darker under eye, you want to color correct that. Who is looking at me? Stop it. So intimidating. God. You want to color correct your under eye just to even out the tones of your skin. And obviously you will do that before your foundation. I don't know what I'm doing. Now, because I do not require that, I'm going based on what my skin needs. What I've realized about my skin now, as opposed to a couple of years before, is that my skin is starting to form lines. I don't know if yours is, but mine is starting to form lines. And when you apply too much makeup to your skin, it really comes through. Those lines start screaming at you. So you want to apply a little bit and build your way up. I'm gonna take this. This is an e.l.f. medium warm 1B01ED. I'm using a lighter shade. I would say like 1 shade lighter, maybe 2 shades lighter, but it's just gonna brighten me up a little bit in the center of my face. Here we go. See, I have lines right there. Ooh, I'm gonna put some of my eyelids to brighten up my eyes. I'm gonna do some of my nose. And then a little bit at the, is this your temple? This is not your, is this your temple? Your forehead. And then a little bit here. And the reason why I'm choosing these places is because when light hits your face, this is where it illuminates. So you want to illuminate the center of your face. It brings dimension to your face. Then we're gonna contour the outskirts of your face. Okay, so I'm using the same sponge because I'm a simple person. Girl, I'm gonna start my way with the inner bits first, and then I will do my under eye, because once I'm ready to do my under eye, I need to move quickly. Now, before I do my under eye, I'm going to set right under my eyes with Laura Mercier powder, which I also got at Selfridge, just nice and fresh. I'm gonna make sure it's ready to go so that I don't have to, you know, faff around trying to open it. I'm gonna make sure my sponge is ready to go. I got this from Amazon. I will link it below so that you can get them. They come in so handy. But if you do not have that, you only have a setting brush, sis, use your setting brush. I like something smaller, just because I have more control with this when I'm picking up powder to apply. If you do not have a brush, you can use the tip of your beauty blender. You dip the tip of your beauty blender, you clean off the excess on your hands, and then you apply it to your face. My battery is gonna die. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, you guys, I had to change my battery. I also took the opportunity to take off that t-shirt from my head and put my hair in a bun, because I'm gonna style it after, and put on my very dirty head thing. I don't even know what it's called, just so I can finish recording this. Let's go. I need to start moving quickly because I've had this concealer on my face for a little bit now. I'm going to use the tip of my sponge on concealers and anything light, and the bottom of my sponge to use on darker products, because I've already started with the base with the bottom. Blend that in, and then fluff out the edges with the bottom that has foundation on it. You see that? Blends in perfectly. Nose. Work it up. With the concealer here, I'm not going up too high. I'm just gonna keep it to the middle of my forehead. The higher up you go, the bigger your forehead will look. If you have a big forehead, if you got a 6 head, a 5 head, you want to keep it low, baby. And we are going to smoothen out the edges with the bottom. And now we're going to use, we are tapping. We're not rubbing, we are tapping. It takes patience, sis. You're working your arm. This is a workout. Most of the times I put my contour on the same time that I put on my concealer, but I don't want to overwhelm you. I'm taking it step by step. I'm using a liquid contour to do. A liquid contour is just any concealer or foundation. Usually concealer is better because it's a bit thicker than foundation. That is a couple of shades darker than you, and this is gonna make you look sculpted, sun-kissed, if you will, all of the above. It helps define the structure of your face. You could even like reshape your face with contour. So I'm gonna put a couple of dots here because this one is potent. You see these little dots? You're gonna see how much pigment comes out of there. Now I want to lift my cheekbones a little bit, so I could go under my cheekbone. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna lift my cheekbone. I'm gonna do this from up here, and I'm lifting it up here as well. You guys see that? Now people tend to put this everywhere. I'm not doing that. I'm making it very simple for you. This is an everyday kind of makeup, okay? And this is not Instagram everyday. This is like a normal person's everyday makeup. For my contour, you could just go on with a blender, but I tend to use a brush for this. I like a stippled brush kind of situation. This is an extreme structure control. What is this? Structure contouring brush. So I don't know if you can see that. And it gives me really good control of this because otherwise this can smudge all over your face. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the screen and not directly at you guys. I need to do eye contact here. So I start off with this and then I finish it with my blending, what is this? Blending sponge. Here we go. I'm doing this kind of all over for now, smudging out the product. And then from here, I'm gonna push it up. Obviously not up to my eyes. I'm gonna stay here. I don't want to take it down too low because then it will make my face look like it's droopy. You get what I mean? I want my face to look lifted. I want to look young. This, I'm gonna bring it behind my cheekbone. So if you like close your mouth and like press your teeth together, like close your jaw, it will give you your cheekbone like, you know, official. I don't know what it's called, but that's what it does. And then you can shape your cheekbone that way. So I'm gonna close my mouth. You don't need to do all of that. I'm just so extra. I bring it a little bit further back just because I want that full, you know. And once again with this, you got to be very careful. You don't want it to go. I think I brought this a little too much to my cheek. I should have kept it a little bit higher up, but okay. I'm gonna stipple it like this, and then I'm bringing it up. You see how much pigment those 3 little dots have? I'll show you how to fix this. I brought it a little too forward to my cheek. I don't want it to come out this much. Okay, and I need to move quickly because my concealer is starting to set. Remember, this is what we're using for the darker products. And because the back already has your foundation on it, it's just gonna help blend everything and make it all like seamless. I'm gonna meet it to where my concealer is, just so everything can blend. You see that? Here. I'm pressing down. I'm not rubbing. I'm pressing down. We're patient. We're working it. What is that in my hair? Ugh. Okay. Look at how beautiful that is. It doesn't look too harsh. I'm not gonna lie though. After a while, your hands get tired. I'm finna be ambidextrous up in here. This one I have to be very careful because of the damage I did here. So I'm pressing. You see the contour came a bit further into my eye than I wanted it to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the tip that already has the concealer, and I'm going to spread that concealer a little bit out. There we go. Here we go. You see? And it fixes that. I'm going to put some on the tip of my nose. I'm going to put a little bit right here just so everything can connect. So this is where we need to start working with both hands. I got this ready. I have my what's this thing called? What is this thing called? My powder puff ready. I have my powder puff ready to go. I have my setting powder ready to go. I'm going to work quickly. Do I want to put a little bit more concealer? I'm going to put a little bit more concealer just because I'm going to start setting. Girl, a little bit more. Okay, now let's go. Get ready to move, sis. We dip that into the setting powder. We're going to clean out the excess and we're going to apply. Are you applying, sis? Apply. Here we go. We're gonna dip it, clean off the excess, apply. Everywhere that you put concealer, you can put your setting powder. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. Just gonna clean off that excess, put a little bit on my nose. I could have contoured my nose with liquid powder, but I prefer to do it with liquid powder, you know. Hey, somebody send help. I could have contoured it with the liquid concealer that I used, but I rather do it with setting powder. I mean, with my bronzer. So I'll show you how I do that. Now I'm gonna use the excess on my forehead. And even then, I still see lines under my eyes, but it's not as bad as it could be. Oh, I'm gonna put some here as well. The corner of your nose, because I feel like the corner of my nose always gets like, it gets weird there. I don't know how. It's such a weird place. Okay, now the rest of my face, I'm going to set with my, what is this? My MAC Mineralized something. Girl, let me tell you, MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I've had this for more years than I care to share. And no, sis, my makeup does not expire. Not until I say it's time to expire. So, here we go. I'm going to take this and I'm just gonna brush off the rest of my face that I did not apply concealer to. And then I am going to set where I put my contour with my bronzer, which happens to be what my bronzer usually is. Fenty Beauty Caramel Cutie. Always. It will always be for the rest of my life until you show me something that's better than this. Here we go. Ooh. I'm brushing. I'm swooping that in. You see how pretty that looks? I'm taking my time. Now I can do this really quickly as well, once you know what you're doing. But if you're starting off, take your time, sis. Sometimes with your makeup, don't rush it. Because when you rush, it comes out a mess. On my cheekbones, I'm not going to go down. I'm going to brush up because I don't want to droop my face down. I want my face to look lifted. That's what we're doing. We're lifting, bro. We're lifted. Lifted like my bra. Lift, because, yo, my bra be lifting some boulders. I'm brushing up. See that? Right where that contour was. Tap, excess, other side. Remember we put some contour over here to define our cheekbones. Take it down a little bit so that you don't look like a clown, because you know if you keep your makeup only up here and you forget to lower it down, it looks like you're wearing a mask. And I don't want that for us. We're high-class citizens. I'm going to dust off what's happening in my eyes here. I was only going to show you guys the base, right? Because this is what this video is about. It's about perfecting your base. But since you're here, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to my eyes. It's so quick, babe. You can do... Hey, babe, we're getting to that stage that I'm calling you babe. All you got to do is just take your bronzer and get you an eyeshadow brush. Now, this is a... What is this? What do you call it? This is the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, but you don't have to have the... I have also this brush. So I mean, they're two completely different brushes. So this one, the shape is more like eyeshadow brush, whereas this one is more flat. I don't know if you can see that. But the reason why I'm using this one, the flat one, is because I'm going to contour my nose as well. Hence the reason why I thought I would show you how I do my eyeshadow. So I dip, baby dip, okay, into my bronzer. Take off a little excess. start off from right here. I hold the eyeshadow brush right at the edge because I find that if you hold it close, you put too much pressure and then it gets very messy. The further away you hold your brush, the lighter your touch will be to your face. So I hold it like this and then I take it. And I want to keep this just at the crease of my eye. It already came down a little, I can fix that after, but just on the crease. And I'm gonna fluff that out a little bit and then bring it back up here. There we go. And as I'm bringing it over here, I'm gonna bring it to the inner corner and then swoop it down to give me that nose contour. One side complete. Now to the other side. I'm gonna dip, baby, dip. We're gonna clean the excess. We're gonna start at the outer corner of our eyes. We're gonna softly fluff that everywhere, and then we're gonna bring it in. Bring it in light swoops, in very light swoops, and then bring it to the edge of our nose and connect it to your inner eyebrow because it makes it look uniform. I'm brushing it into my eyebrow. There we go. I have to dust off the setting powder from the edge of my nose, but from the center of my face, but I wanted to do all of my contouring first and then I will do that. Now we're working on lifting our face, right? Because we're at that stage in our lives where our skin is not wrinkly dinkly, but is not as plump as a 12-year-old's. So we do little techniques to make us look lifted. And one of those techniques that you can do is with your eyeshadow. You take your for me, I use obviously what I'm using already, right? Or this can be a crease color, and you just lift it up, brush it up, you know, because before I was just doing this, I was fluffing it, right? But now I want to lift this up. I'm lifting it up in the direction of your eye, you see? And it will make your face look lifted. It will give it the appearance that your face is a little bit more, it gives you that little subtle 5-pound facelift, you know, like you didn't go to Los Angeles to get a facelift, you just went to Turkey. You know what, let me not even say Turkey, because Turkey is stepping up their game. All right. Face is lifted, honey. Our face is lifted. And then you could put on more eyeshadow. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to put on eyeliner quickly. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I'm not doing this with you watching me, because you know what happens when you watch me put on eyeliner? I mess it up. And today I don't have time for that. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, girls. So this is what we got. You see, even when I didn't have you looking at me, I still messed up my eyeliner a little bit, but this video is not about eyeliner. This video is about the base, so we can keep going. Everything is still as it was, and I'm going to finalize everything with you because ¿por qué no? The next step after we've done our little contouring with our bronzer, we're gonna lightly dust off the powder that we had under our eyes. Now we didn't have much because remember we pressed the excess on our hands, but still it's always good to just lightly dust it off. There we go, just in case there was something there, just dust it off. Okay, I know to some of the people that I know, they're gonna be like, this is a lot of makeup, it's a lot of steps. The more you do it, I can do this in 20 minutes. Like my base, I can do in 20 minutes. The only thing that takes time for me is my eyebrows and my eyeliner because I'm a perfectionist. But you want to look good, it takes work, sis. It takes a little time. It's okay. Do it. I promise you, you will feel so good. You will feel so, I don't know, it's just really nice when you look good. It makes you feel good. The cliche is so real. You look good, you feel good. Now that we've done all of that, the next thing is to highlight our face. I'm going to use the highlighter that I always use. This is a Too Faced highlighter. Now you're going to use the highlighter that you have at home. If you are interested in nice highlighting palettes, NYX Born to Glow is a good palette. Ooh, Morphe has a highlight and contour palette. So you see how I had to use my Fenty Beauty contouring? Before my Fenty Beauty days, this is what I was using. And it's a 2-in-1 kind of situation because you can contour and it's up to like different shades. So in the summertime, I contour with this deeper shade. In the wintertime, I contour with this lighter shade. So you got options. And then you have like highlighters here. So, you know, there's so many, and then you got a great mirror to go with it as well. So there's some, and this video is not sponsored. This is just me giving you my honest opinion. So this is Morphe. You got Born to Glow, and there's so many highlighter palettes in the market. You have single highlighters, you have palettes, and you even have some eyeshadows that you could use as highlighters. I know Kiko Milano has a lot of eyeshadows that are really nice that you could use as highlighters. Okay, so I'm going to use a little spray. This is a Mario Badescu refreshing spray, so it's not setting spray at all. It's a facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. And you know, this is something you could apply on your skin directly to refresh your skin and plump up, you know, all that good stuff. But I actually like to set my makeup with this. I think that it melts all of my powders beautifully and it gives me this, ooh, you will see, you will see. But I also use this to wet my highlighter brush because then it picks up the highlighter and like, it gives it like the skin finish. It's beautiful. So here we are. So I'm just gonna gently swoop it over my stuff here, okay? My cheeks. The thing with highlighter, sis, is that you want to highlight the higher points of your face. So your cheek, on the top of your cheekbones, top of your nose, over here, places that the sun would hit. You wouldn't put highlighter over here because the sun is not hidden. Like imagine the sun's coming this way, the sun's coming to the top of your face. So high points of our face. Not to be confused for your under eye. Please do not put your highlighter under your eye. Do not be that person. Your highlighter goes on your upper cheek, upper cheekbones, okay? Here we are. Because I'm extra, I have a different highlighter brush for my nose and other areas because I find that with a fan brush, it's kind of hard for me to control what's happening on my nose. So I'm going to spray this as well. This is an NYX brush. It's an NYX number 26. Sprayed it with a little bit of that Mario Badescu. I'm tapping it into that highlighter and then I'm just going to swoop my nose. Here we are, the edge of my nose. What do you think? How do we look? Just gonna pass it a little bit here. You could do your forehead as well. I'm gonna do a little bit of my forehead, but you have to be careful with your forehead because if you apply too much, it makes you look oily and greasy. You don't wanna do that, okay? So just I'm holding my brush very lightly, especially where, you see where the concealer is meeting the bronze, the light is meeting the bronze. You can do your highlighter in that junction to smoothen the collision. There we go. I don't want to do too much. I'm going to put some here. There we are. Now, I'm gonna be extra, forgive me. This is just who I am, I can't help it. I'm gonna take a little brush. It's a bit flattish, it's to the flat side. And with a very like light champagne color, I'm going to apply highlighter to the inner corner of my eyes. Now, if I didn't have the champagne color, I would use the one that I used everywhere else. But because I have the champagne color, I really want that champagne color. NYX, you need to sponsor me and stop playing games. That's what you need to do. Okay, so always tap excess because you don't want it to fall all over your face. And I'm just gonna put that in the inner corner of my eyes. And I'm gonna brush it up. When I'm brushing it up, I'm keeping it within my eyelid. I'm not gonna take it where we have the contour, okay? I'm gonna keep it within my eyelid. How lifted does my face look? I know. To finalize our face, 2 more things to do. I know. It seems like a lot, but you can do this. Now we're going to do our blush. And I do my blush after my highlighter because I find that it makes my highlighter look more natural. Because if you put highlighter on top of blush, sometimes it could be harsh. I find that I prefer to put my blush over my highlighter, then it all blends and melts seamlessly together and it gives it that more natural look. I learned this from Painted by Spencer. Spencer is my teacher. Okay, I have a separate brush for my blush because the tools that you use are important. You don't want to be using the same brushes for everything because you're gonna look like one big potato. We're not about that. I'm gonna use this very pink. I'm using a Juvia's Place palette. This is the Saharan Blush Volume 2. It's beautiful. It fits all different skin tones. I'm gonna use that very light pink on it. I might even mix it with a little bit of the orange. And I'm gonna tap it again because we always tap. And then I'm gonna smile a little. And here we are. Look at how gorgeous. Woo! Look at how gorgeous. I'm gonna dust a little on my nose to give us that youthful. When you dust this on your nose, it makes you look youthful. And dust it on my nose. Drag it even if you will. Do not take it up to your under eye. Be careful with that. I know sometimes it looks like I'm doing that, but I'm not. Okay, I'm very careful. Tap. How gorgeous. That is beautiful. I'm gonna bring it up to my temple. Bring it up to my temple. Bring it up to my temple. I'm gonna dust a little bit on my forehead so that it can blend in with that contour. A little on my chin, chitty chin chin. My nose. I am very happy with this. Would you say I'm a middle-aged woman? You wouldn't say I'm a middle-aged woman. I'm about to be 40. I'm a middle-aged woman. Would you? No, you would not. No, you wouldn't. So I'm done applying everything that I need to apply. Let me look at my face, make sure I'm happy with everything that's happening here. Oh, I'm just going to finalize my brows. And this is when I go in with my powder because I'm extra. You guys don't have to do this, okay? I'm just really extra. Are we happy with this? Because once we set, that's it, baby. We are happy. If you feel like your contour, remember how I was saying like if your contour comes too low. If your contour comes too low and you just want to fix that, you can take whatever you use to set your face, get a little bit of setting powder, dab, because we always dab, and then just clean up where you need it to be cleaned. Should I do that to show you guys? No, I think you're happy with this. I don't want to complicate it too much. I'll save that for another video. Anyway, this is us. We are going to set our face. Now, you can just go on ahead and set with your setting spray. Djena's extra. Djena's going to do a little bit more, okay? I'm sorry. That's just who I am. Am I happy with how I look? Yes, I am. Let me just bring this down a little bit. I also don't want it to look too much. And sis, make sure you close your eyes when you're spraying your face, okay? Don't be like me the first time and spray with my eyes open. You see how everything is blending in? Look at how it is blending everything in beautifully. Woo! I love it so much. I love it. I love it so much. Now, I'm going to set with my actual setting spray. Just one time for the one time because I'm finna have a long day, okay? Oh, and try not to laugh when you're doing this so that you don't set smile lines. Because smile lines are the devil. Look at us now. What do we need to do? You need to apply mascara. This is your time to apply mascara. But first, let your face set. Let your face set first. If you have something to blow your face, go on ahead. This is it. This is you. I'm going to do a couple of more things. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Then I'll do it and I'll come back to you. I'm going to put mascara on my eyelid, on my... What are those things called? On my eyelashes. I'm going to put mascara on my eyelashes. Then I'm going to apply some lashes, which I'm not going to do with you on camera because that's another process. And then I'm going to do my lips. Let me do everything and then we will finish this up. Hey girl, what do you think? This is our final look. I did like a fresh little hairstyle situation here because I'm feeling really young at heart today. And this is what we look like. I hope you managed to take some tips from this video. But if there's anything that I find that is most important is that first skincare is super important. And then that the tools that you use to do your makeup is also important. I'm not saying you need to go buy every brush out there or every sponge out there, but you need to know what you're doing with the tools that you have. Before I figured this out, I used to really struggle, and I noticed a major difference in my makeup game now as opposed to a couple of years ago before I knew all of this. And I'm no expert. This is something I learned and picked up over time, and I know you will do it too. Sis, I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to doing more videos for you. If there's anything specifically you want to see, let me know in the comment section down below. Let's talk. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. And I'll catch you on another day. Bye.